Welcome everybody. How we doing? Let's get up on let's get up going here. Guys, we are going to build AI bots with my AI bot. There we go. We're gonna build an AI bot, everybody. Woohoo! As soon as I get the right screen over here looking like a rookie. Alright, here we go. Guys, this channel is for building robots. There we go. This is what you want to see. This channel's for building robots, everybody. We're going to build AI bots live. We're going to build them here. And you're going to get this exact stuff if you want. So all you got to do is comment on it. And boom, bam, you can get it. So first thing I'm going to do is give a couple shout outs to the AI Certification Academy. That's what this is all about. AI Certification Academy. Join your own school so you can learn how to do this yourself. Or if you want to do more, put in some comments and hit me up. We'll get you there. All right, let's see if I have home. Search live. If we go to live on this one. Oh, look, there I am. No, go back. Oh my gosh. Search. Here we go. There we go. We're there. I think we're there. Whatever. All right, let's do this, guys. Let's build here. So last time we built this right here, we built a LinkedIn draft. So this time we're going to build a one to send to Instagram. Sorry, I can't say that. One to send to the IG. We're going to send this to the old IG. We're going to send it to the camera logo. So let's build it. Here we go. So we're actually going to add it to this. There's a couple things you're going to see that we add to this. So we're not going to delete this one. We're going to add to it. So let me give you right here what we have on our this. So we're going over biking topics. Ooh, my phone vibrated on my willies. So we are going to let me pull up the sheet here and show you our bicycle topics. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So right here, bike topics. So we have all these bike topics. It's like 50 of them almost. And that is what we're going to be creating a post from to our Instagram. Now, this is going to be silly. I'm actually going to post it to my Instagram. So when you see some random post about a bike, it's this happening because I want you guys to see the connection to it. All right. So let's do that. First, what we got to do is make a list, right? You need the data to come from somewhere. That's why I showed you the list, because the data is coming from this sheet we made. This is the data, okay? This Google Sheets is the data, all right? Now we're going to do some stuff with that data. So doing stuff with that data equals, right here we have it sending to LinkedIn, okay? But what we want to do is also send it to Instagram. So we need like a also button. So we're going to add a module here. And we're going to put in what's called a router. R-O-U-T-E-R. So router, bink. All right, so a router sends it to two different places. You can see like at first, right here, it'll make a LinkedIn post. And then second, it'll make a Instagram post. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, man, nobody out here has seen anything on my vertical screen. Let me fix that. Eh, 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 eh. There you guys go. Sorry about that. There you go. There's a router. So we have our Google Sheets and then our router. Vertical guys, you're not going to get quite the whole. You'll get it. I'll make it work. So there you go. There's our router. Pull this over. All right. So we got our Google Sheets, we got our router, and what we need to do is create the Instagram post. Okay, so to do that, we're gonna use ChatGPT. Of course. Excuse me. To use that, we're gonna use ChatGPT, and we're gonna go to. We're gonna put in this prompt. Now, this prompt can be better. Well, I guess we need to create a ChatGPT. So let's create it. And we go to OpenAI. You can type in ChatGPT if you're new. Let me back up a step here. Oh, wait, let's add this in. Create a completion prompt, okay? Create a prompt or chat. That's what we want. So if you're new to this, we're using make.com. You can see right here, make.com. Login is free. In fact, you can find me on, check me on the YT, the red logo one, and use that link to get a free make.com. In the top right, when you log in, there's a thing that says create scenario. That's where we're at. All right. These are called modules. So come in here and grab a thing. Now I'm going to rename this. Rename IG post. All right. Save. So IG post here. And now you'll see why that's very important in a minute. I'm going to click on the module. We're going to do the latest ChatGPT 5 system. And then we are going to go with max completion tokens. Tokens are how much you're going to spend, how much your OpenAI. So how much ChatGPT, a token is about 4 words, depending. So 1 token equals about 4 words. So if you leave it on the max completion tokens, it's going to make a max. It's going to do 2 things. It's going to spend as many tokens as you care to spend, but it's also going to create the max amount of post length. So if you want your IG to be like 2 sentences, you can't leave it on max completion. It will be way too long. So I shrink this by a lot because I only want it to be so big. So we're going to shrink the Instagram post down to about 300 tokens. That's just trial and error that I've done. But remember, you can do like 4 times 4 words per token. So 300 divided by 4 is only so many words, right? 3 divided by 4, 30 divided by 4. So it's going to be about 75 words. You can shrink it even more to make it less, but that's just the maximum it'll put out. Okay, next I have this prompt over here that I'm going to copy in, and we're going to go over the prompt. Now you can make this prompt better if you want, boring if you want, do whatever you want. So make a short Instagram caption and randomly pick from a topic. I'm going to show you that in a sec. Pull out a problem, a fact, a benefit, and tone should be like you're having a thought about this idea and you're just writing down what you're thinking. Don't use hashtags, no emojis, no dashes. Keep it short and concise. All right, and then when it says don't use hashtags, it means like if there's a topic, right? Like when it writes, it'll be like ChatGPT will be like, you suck at writing. Here's why. See, that's just an example, and then it does this. That's just an example of like how ChatGPT writes. So that's why I put that prompt in there. Pick a writing style. Abrasive. I don't want professional. Get professional out of here. Abrasive, silly, controversial, funny. So I'm telling it, just choose one of these writing styles. So if you always want it funny, just be like, always put a joke. Always put this, right? Add 3 different related hashtags. So then it'll put in like hashtag AI. You can actually put down like 5 or 6 or 7 hashtags down here and say, choose 3 of these hashtags to add into the post. All right. You can do that too. And then you know how ChatGPT, it'll be like, do you want me to make this better or talk more about how you like bikes even more? Do you want me to put this in story form? Do you want me to create a Google Sheet with this? That's what this gets rid of. It says, do not make any more suggestions. Like it just writes it, boom, done. Okay. Now, make a short pick randomly from a topic. What topic? Well, this is the data. Once again, data comes in, we do something with the data. So this is the topic. So pick it from bike topics. That's right here. So see how this thing's going to start to blub, 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 throb? Boom. It's pulling from column A. Column A. Column A. Column A that we created. We put in all these topics. It's going to pick one of these topics right here, and it's going to make a post of it. All right? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yep, there we go. You guys will see the prompt. Make a short Instagram caption from a randomly picked topic from topic A, right? When you click on it, this is where you can get your information from. If you always want to do it on how to fix a bike, then you literally type in right here on how to fix a bike. Pick a topic, make a short Instagram post about how to fix a bicycle, right? And then write the rest of it. So you guys can refine this prompt. Obviously, if you want this exact prompt, I'll send it to you. Just let me know. Just comment on me. All right. And then max completion tokens 300. Look, you can add another message if you want. So, but I don't want. So exit out. Exit out. All right. Now we're going to save this. Save. Okay. Then we're going to add a second thing. We want a picture. You always post pictures with Instagram, right? That's what it's for. I got to stop saying Instagram. You got to post pictures with IG, right? That's what it's for. So let's make a second module. Create a second module. So over here, there's actually one that says create photo. Pretty wild, right? Instagram photo. So if we go to, sorry, I'm getting these weird text messages. They're not really weird. It's just like, all right, we're good. Insta fake. Oh, back. Sorry. Okay. Down here, click on this, and then new response, retrieve existing models, deletes. Okay, create this, create message and assistant. That's pretty cool. Adds files, upload file, generate an image. That's what we're doing. Generate an image. So I always rename it right away. You'll see why. Just a second. Generate an image. We renamed it that. Pretty cool. And guys, you got to connect. If you're trying to build along with this, you got to connect your ChatGPT. So if you're like, how do I connect my ChatGPT? I can show you that. If you give me a help me connect ChatGPT. I hit you with my best shot. Hit me with my best shot. And then you just gotta find way. All right. In unexpected air. Is what it is, baby. Is what it is. There we go. All right. So now we're going to create our image. So I'm going to use Dolly 3. Actually, you know what? I've never used GPT image 1. We're just going to try it, see what happens. Prompt. All right. This is where you want to put your prompt in. Now, I have a prompt. Once again, if you want that prompt, let me know. Bingo. So I'm going to copy this prompt that I have over here. It's real simple. Generate and then give it a style. So I have photorealistic. You can put, I don't even know styles, folks. Picasso style, futuristic style. Like you can say any type of style of post that you want. Cartoon style, baby image style, right? Just go on Midjourney. Here, actually, let's do this live. Let's do this, baby. I don't have Midjourney. I just want to like see what kind of images that they have. Whoa, look at this. I don't even. This is crazy. I don't want you guys to see my Google. Hold on. It's taking way too long. All right, we'll do this. Oh, let's see if we can get our website going here. Why we do this? Let's give them the information that we want in here. So create a different style of images that we can create that are possible. But what you want to do is the crazy part right here. Why I rename these, because when you make it about, right? And once again, make it about. This is going to be random. So it's going to pull a random topic. It's going to create a random word post, and then we need to make an image off of that random word post. So how do I tell this to say, hey, follow the randomness of my flow, you do it like this. Over here we have choices because it's going to make a choice, and then it's going to make a choice off the spreadsheet. Then it's going to have a message. That message is going to be content. Whatever content pulls out, like words, whatever words are made, whatever content pulls out, that's what we want to make the image off of. So I'm going to click this button, and it's going to make it about this specific content. So whatever content this makes, the picture will follow. Pretty cool, huh? All right. Exit that. Don't do any words or letters. I'm going to write the word rules right here. Rules. Do not tell me what you make, right? Like, I made this. Do you want me to make it with blue eyes this time? Don't give me any suggestions. All right, save. And then save your whole scenario because it doesn't always save. You can do your work. All right, let's go in here and just stay logged out. Give me 10 different styles of photos I can create with AI. So realistic, just put cinematic. See, these are the different ones. Vintage, black and white, fantasy, hyperrealism, cyberpunk, minimalistic, abstract, double exposure. Okay, it's pretty cool, huh? I'm gonna stick with the realistic, and we'll keep it there. All right, next let's attach Instagram. This is gonna be funny because I'm actually gonna post this to my Instagram. Insta. Insta. Okay, so right here, click on this, and then create a photo right here. Boom, boom. And then connect your IG, obviously, to the account that you want. And now we need the photo URL. So this is going to create a photo. In fact, I want to do this before I connect this. So let's unlink. Watch this. I'm going to unlink this so it doesn't run to my, so it doesn't create that. I'm going to run this, and you're going to see the data happen. So let me hit save, and let me hit run. Boom, 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 boom. Watch. So it pulled a piece of data. 403 must be verified. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Your organization must be verified? What? Oh, all right. Let me go to Dolly 3. Let me go to Dolly 3 and hit save. Hold on here. Okay. Let me run this again. I guess I don't have images on. There we go. Save, and then now let's run. I guess I have to use Dolly 3. I don't have access to the ChatGPT 1 verification to make the photo. But what happens is this. See these little ones right here? Yeah, I'll pull this over for you. All right, so see this is still making the image. See this little one? We'll go through the whole thing. So Google Sheets happened. And then it went up to this post. It created words. Oh shoot. It created 2 of them. Why did it do 2 of them? I have limit 2. Limit 1. That's why. That's all right. We can still just do this. So I created a message right here. Content. That's the input. Sorry, we want the output. My bad. So output right here. Here's the result. Funny how picking up a bike feels like committing to a relationship. If it's not the right fit, you're stuck with it. Sore legs and regret. That's kind of funny. And then it picked up some hashtags: bike life, soccer community, outdoor adventures. And there you go. So it made that. It also made another one. Let's read what the other one is. Operation number 2. Input. It's gonna be the same. Funny how stopping at a red light on a bike feels like breaking someone in a cyclist code, but keeps me from becoming a hood ornament. Yep, there you go. Now it's going to make pictures of those. So over here, it's like, all right, let me see the picture. The input is exactly what your post is, okay, because it came from here, which is cool. Your output, though, Let's see. Let me see. Where's my picture? You don't get a picture. What you get is a new prompt and a web page. Now let's go to that web page real quick because it doesn't. And this is important to know for. I'll show you guys why soon. Like it's more important for Facebook. If you guys want to do this with Facebook, this is like super important to know that it gives you a URL. Post the URL and there's your picture. All right. So if we go connect our Instagram now, our Instagram module, whoop, and that's why it's asking for a photo URL because it literally created a URL. And then once again, let me zoom way out here. See how this says generate an image? If we click here and we go to photo URL, you got a different pieces. So if we go to this created, or if we find a URL in this module, that would be bad. It would not work. So we want to make sure this module says generate an image. That's why I renamed them. And if you need to, once again, it throbs. See right there? Oh, you can't see. Let me show you. Let me show you guys. See right here, when you hover over it, this module right here is actually going to bubble, like it's going to throb. Badoop, badoop. That's the module you're pulling from. So we want data and we want the URL because this URL is exactly, boom, data URL. Okay, be careful there. All right, and then the caption. This actually creates a caption. Where is the caption though? You tell me. So the caption comes from, does it come from the image or does it come from the post itself? It comes from the post itself. So we need to look in this post, IG post. And it's going to come from the result, if I can find it. Where's the result? There's one here called result. Where's it at? Where's the result? Come on now. Come on now. Just need to find result. All right, let's close this. And there it is right here. Sorry, top, first one. So we need the result. The result is the caption for the photo. Boom. All right, save. Boom. Save. 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 Save everything. Okay. Remember earlier how, see right here where this says 2? We only want one photo. We're not going to post 2 photos. We just want one photo. So in my Google Sheets here, we had to go down to down here, limit this to just 1. So just make one post. Save. Save. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now we're going to click this auto align, and it gives us this pretty little lineup. And since these down here aren't connected to anything, that's why it does that. But all right, let's run it. Let's make an Instagram post. So I'm connected to Instagram, and let's go. Run once. You can see here it's generating, making the image. All right. Let's pull up my Instagram right now here. Let's see if it goes. You guys can go to AI Certification Academy on IG and see what happens. There it goes. Okay, refresh. There it is. Right there. It just showed up. This is what showed up right here. These pants and stuff. Pretty sweet. So it says, why is it that I can spend more on a pair of padded shorts than an actual airline ticket, but somehow my legs thank me every mile? There you go. Cycling life. Cycling life. It's funny. I love it. All right. And then, it's pretty cool, huh? Now, let's say you want to do that to Facebook. Let's say you want to do that to Facebook too. So, real quick, guys, I'm going to take off this cycling one and I'm going to put in an AI one because I'm actually going to post this to my Facebook and I don't really want cycling on my Facebook. But so this IG post is funny, but I'm going to change the prompt. Oh, wait. No, I'm not going to change the prompt. I'm not going to change anything. I'll show you how to quickly do that. Okay. But let's hook up Facebook first. First, let's hook up Facebook. So, once again, router, and we're going to route this all the way down here to Facebook. Let's see, you guys need help. You guys need lots of help. You guys need so much help. So much help. So right here, router, come off your router, because remember your data is your sheet. So come off your router and go make a module way down here. I say make it way down here because watch, if you get too close to something else, it connects it. See how it auto connects it? Unlink, and then it messes up a whole lot. Like it messes up your see prior to config. You need to connect the new scenario flow. It messes up your data information. So like right here, how we had to click on bike topics. If you connect it to the wrong line, then it messes up your data topics. You have to redo those. It's so annoying. So annoying. But all right, here we go. So same thing. Let's choose a module. We're going to choose a Facebook post creation. Whoops, not that. We're going to create a Facebook post. So we're going to choose Facebook post creation. Whoops, with the old Chat GPT. Now you can use whatever you want on this. Like use whatever you want. Manus, Claude, Perplexity, anything. In fact, what's your guys' favorite? You don't even know. Me neither. I'm trying to type in Chat GPT. Let's go back here. Sorry. Chat GPT, and we want to create a completion prompt. All right, here we go. So let's type in a prompt, and once again I have one here. Boom. You're gonna go latest. You're gonna go message role user, and here's our text content. Boom. All right, act as a social media manager. Make a Facebook post. Easy. Engage the audience and do all that stuff. Format it the way most Facebook posts are formatted, of course. Write it like this: a hook, couple paragraphs. The hook should do this. Hook, pain problem, truth analysis, lesson, call to action. Do not use any of these symbols. End with a clear call to action. Randomly pick a topic from. Let's tell it to where pick a profit from. And once again, we're going to do bike topics. In fact, we're not going to do bike topics. We're going to do. I'm going to change this. Okay. So our Google Sheets, when you set up the Google Sheets right here, you connect your Google. Wherever your Google Sheet is, make sure you have a Google Sheet. And then your spreadsheet ID is just the name of your spreadsheet. And your sheet name right down at the bottom, you know how you have like sheet 1, sheet 2. I have biking topics, but I'm gonna put down here just topics, and these are AI topics. So I'm gonna do that. So, and then we're gonna hit save. Save. And you can add sheets as you go. See how it has a refresh button? If you add sheet 1, sheet 2, like you can change as many sheets as you want. You just hit refresh and they'll show up. So in here, I'm going to change this to, I'm going to click bike topics, but what I didn't do is hit save on the whole scenario. So let's see if that worked now. Yeah, so now it's just topics. Perfect. And what is this? Remember, always rename it so you know what it is. It's more important with here, Facebook post. All right. That's going to create a post. Next, we need to make a picture. Nobody looks at posts without pictures. So we're going to go to OpenAI. We're going to go to Facebook. Let's try image, generate an image. There we go. And model. DALL-E 3, because that's what we can do. And I have a prompt over here. If you want this prompt, give me a comment, baby. Say, give me the prompt. Give me the prompt. All right. We have to tell it where to pull from. Once again, it's going to pull from this FB post right here, blue logo post, choices, message, content. Boom. Chink. So it's going to pull from there. You're not allowed to include any numbers or words. Now in here I have this, create a bold. Remember up here I have a photo. Let me hit save. Up in IG it has photorealistic. See that right there? And actually, I'm going to pick a different style. I'm gonna do let's start doing vintage retro style. Yeah. Save. And then down here, right here, that's funny. It's gonna create a vintage retro style for a AI. Maybe that'll be pretty cool. Maybe people will like that. Right here, rename it. If I don't rename it, I don't know what I'm doing. Image. All right. Down here, let's do that. High contrast colors, strong lighting, modern futuristic vibe. Make it professional ad graphic. All right. Save. Okay. Now, once again, what happens is here, I'm actually gonna let's run this once. Well, you guys remember up here. What happens is it runs to a URL. All right. And let me show you a problem that we're gonna encounter. Let me connect my FB page, blue logo page. Okay, and we want to create a post with photos. You can scroll down here, create a post with photos. Just connect your FB page. You just hit add, it logs in. And then you choose which page you want. I'm going for this one. Photo, add an item. How do you know what photo that you want? You want the one from OpenAI, right? But if you click this and run it, there's not a picture there. It's just a URL. So how does it do that? It's going to give you an error, actually. So let's put in the message. The message is going to be from the post, choices, message, content. I'm going to hit save. We don't need a caption. I'm going to hit save, and we're going to get an error. Value must not be empty. Value must not be empty. Let's go look. Right now, this is empty. That's okay, whatever. Save. So I'm actually going to run this. It's going to give us an error. I'll show you the error. Run once. Bop, bop, bop. Pop, 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 pop. So it's making the post. You can, oh, let's see. Can my vertical friends see? Yeah, you guys are good. So it made the post, and we have an output. We'll read it. And we'll check in a minute. Operation failed. Perfect. That's what we want. Oh, you can't see it, guys. Operation failed. You saw it. So Facebook with pages. Look at this fail rate right here. Why did it fail? So it failed because it's missing a file name. It doesn't have a file that it needs to pull from. So if you have a bunch of pictures in a drive and you want to pull from, 1,000 pictures in your drive, you can do that. But you can't pull a web page. And look, here's your image right here. Let's see. Did it make an image? No, it didn't make an image. It made a URL. How do we turn this URL into an image? I don't know. Because look, there's an image here, but how do I make this a file? I don't know. There's an answer to that. And the answer to that is called a new module. Is a secret right here. Guys, this is such a secret sauce, it's ridiculous. Like, you guys don't even know. Get a file. Look at this. Downloads a file from a given URL. Isn't that crazy? Downloads a file from a given URL. Boom. So now it's going to pull a file and then it's going to send it to wherever. So where does the file come from? Right here. See, FB image. So URL, data, URL. Boom. Now, why don't you have to do this up here on the big old IG right here? Because this one auto converts. See right here? URL. This module auto converts it. This module down here does not auto convert it. It's looking for a file. So now we have this get file. Boom. Let's get the file. And we're good to go. All right. Easy peasy fix. Okay. I'm going to pull up the old FB page. You guys are going to watch this for real. Watch this. All right. Let me pull up my FB page. Blue logo page. That's not my page. Hold on. Just pull on my page so you guys can see this for real. All right. Got my page right here. If it'll load. There we go. And then we got, oh, shout out shout out to the AI Certification Academy. So join that. Boom. On school. On school, you can learn these stuff for yourself. Okay. So if we go to like my page, I don't know. You click here. Uh, manage page. There we go. Here's our post. Oh, look at that post, dude. That thing's awesome. Oh man, it looks good, huh? You guys want one of these? You can get one on your certificate because you can get certified at the academy. All right, so here's the last post that we did, and it does have these little stars, which is super annoying, but you can always edit it, of course, and just delete those stars. But all right, so we're gonna make a post that's gonna show up right here live. All right, I'm gonna click the button. I'm gonna click the button here. Run once. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, here we go. I'm actually gonna run this to Instagram too. It's gonna remake the photo. We'll check out the Instagram as well. Except for be careful because see right here, topics. Okay, it all stayed. Let me hit save. And I already posted a LinkedIn today, so I'm not going to connect that. Actually, we can create a LinkedIn post because I'm not connected to LinkedIn. I'm connected to a Google Doc. It makes a Google Doc uh, so that I can just copy it over to LinkedIn because I do just a little bit of editing to make sure it doesn't look too AI. Which actually, in my life, I don't do that. I actually post it directly to LinkedIn. I go to LinkedIn, I hit edit, and then I edit it. People catch me, I'll tell them that I do that. It's no big deal. So, all right, let's hit run once. Just a little tidbit. Right here it says first, so it's gonna do Facebook first, then it's gonna do Instagram second, and it's gonna do LinkedIn third. Now before we do this, guys, go to school. SKOOL. Join the AI Certification Academy. Okay? Go. Join it. Join it. You can learn how to do this. You can get me for free. You can't get me for free, but you can get you can get I'll show you how to do things. I'll train you. We'll help you with prompts. We'll help you with little things like this. Like check this out. So on this LinkedIn, I have a first draft, and then I actually create a second draft with a different prompt. You can do that with all your stuff. You can do that with your images. Take this image and regenerate it, making it more likable and creating more engagement. Like you can double prompt, right? You can have as many of these nodes as you want, acting like you're the guy in there typing, but then it just auto types it. So you know how you go into ChatGPT and you're like, um, guys, check this out. Or ChatGPT, give me a list of 10 of the most niches that are most profitable in America. 10 home improvement niches most profitable in America. And it says electrician, plumber, HVAC, so forth. And then you go in and you say which one has the least amount of overhead? Which one has the least amount of this? Create me a list that says this, right? Like you're talking back and forth to ChatGPT. You can do that in here. Just make as many nodes as you want. To reiterate your stuff. Like right here, I have you're the world's leading. Take this post that was created from right here, the first draft, and rewrite it in the most common LinkedIn style. Make it feel more raw. This isn't the same prompt as this. This is just a prompt that says take this over here and make a post. Okay. So you can do that as many times as you want. And you can even ask it. So like in here, it'll be like create a prompt. And it'll say, you can ask it like, do you think this is the most creative prompt? Assume that this is not the most engagement prompt that was possibly made and make another one that's better, right? Something like that. That's a simple statement, but you guys see the point. So let's run this, and I'm gonna pull my Facebook over right here. Watch this. It's Facebook first, yeah. All right, so it's making the image. You can see it. Making the image. Eh, eh. And now it's posting to Facebook right here. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Instagram already posted. That was so fast. So let me hit refresh on my Facebook. It should pop up right here, baby. And boom, we have a post. There it is. That's kind of a cool picture. Just now, look at that. Just now, published by Make. I wonder if I can fix that. I haven't tried to fix that. But look, AI isn't stealing jobs, it's exposing wasting time. That's pretty cool. And then you can edit it and take out the dashes and the dots. The dots are annoying to me. The dots are worse than the dashes. But pretty cool picture, eye-stopping photo. If I saw these, I'd be like, whoa, that's kind of cool. Uh, and then let's go to Instagram real quick. I'll pull up it on my phone. Instagram. Instagram's gonna have a post. Refresh. There we go. So remember right here we had this bike post. See if I can see you guys. I'll make sure I'm on. Right here we had this bike post. Let me swipe. Now we have an AI post in a matter of seconds. AI Certification Academy. Wow, that small business owners brag about working 7 hours a week when AI literally gives them back 10 hours. But sure, keep suffering from the grind. It's got a picture of a dude. I like this little retro style. That's actually pretty cool. It's got a picture of a dude working hard or a robot just doing work. It's awesome, actually. I'm going to keep that retro style. So, dude, my phone is just buzzing all over the place. All right. That's pretty sweet. Guys, that is how we do it. Oh my gosh. Was that so hard? No, that wasn't hard. What's annoying is that little bit of information, like knowing that in here, right? You needed that HTTP request. You needed the actual file, not just the web link. But how did you even know it was a web link? Well, you have to run it once and look in here and see what your data is actually doing, how your data is actually being worked, and you have to know that it is a URL so that you know how to get the file. Those are the little things that we teach in school, that we make sure you know in school. Oh, watch me hit auto align too. That's pretty cool. So it makes them all close together and pretty. But those are the little things in school that give you the step up, that take you from here to there faster, right? So you're not YouTubing and Googling and reading through all of Make's tutorial, like all of Make's help desk, or even on Go High Level, if you're trying to read the entire help desk, it's crazy because terms are different. And if you don't know the terms for the different platforms, then you get lost, even though you're trying to do the same thing, right? So that is where we are at. So join the school, guys. Just go in there. Just go in there. Just go in there and join it. And then if you guys ever decide, if you guys ever want to decide that you're like, oh, Brian, help me out, then just hit me up in the comments. But guys, that was fun. We're going to build another one next week. So today's Friday. We're doing another one next week. We're doing one on, I can't remember what it was, but we're going to build another bot. So this was a social media bot. Next week, we're going to do a cloning bot. So like through HeyGen, it's going to be really cool. So we'll show you how to build a bot, run it through HeyGen, create a person like me. It'll be me, right? Like I'll create myself, and then that will turn that into a post. So it'll be me talking. It'll be me on a post. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing. But all right, we'll see you guys next week. All right, check in for when I'm going live. I'll let you guys know 30 minutes in advance. So see you guys next week.